Thinking about buying a home in Columbus, Ohio, but not sure if it's the right time? You're not alone. With all the talk about market trends, interest rates, and home prices, it can be a bit overwhelming. Let me help clear the air and guide you through that big question. Is now the right time to buy a home in Columbus, Ohio? By the way, I'm Dak Britt, realtor here in Columbus, Ohio, and I specialize in helping families just like yours. Busy professionals balancing work and family life navigate our housing market with confidence. I know firsthand how daunting these decisions can be, especially if you're new to the area or looking to upgrade your home. In this video, I'll walk you through. Let's break it down. What's going on in the Columbus market right now? Columbus has been one of the hottest real estate markets in the Midwest for a while, and then in 2025, especially in family-friendly neighborhoods that people want to live in. So here's the scoop. There's good news and there's bad news. Let's start with the good. So I promise good news. The good news is Columbus is still more affordable than many other big cities. And with industries like healthcare and tech continuing to grow here, demand should stay steady. But here's the flip side. Home prices have been creeping up. While we don't expect a massive drop, if you're in a good spot financially, buying now could save you a ton of money down the line, especially as prices continue to climb. At the time of the recording of this video, the average home price in Columbus, Ohio is $330,000. Up from $302,000 at the same time last year. That might not seem huge, but it adds up. And you can't always rely on internet searches and casual conversations to give you the full picture. I saw this play out just last month with a family I worked with. They were hesitant to buy. I certainly understood their concerns, but after looking at the trends and getting a better understanding of their long-term goals, they realized it made more sense to buy now and build that equity. Waiting would have cost them quite a bit more down the road. So if you're on the fence, think about your long-term plans. Columbus's growth and strong economy make it a smart market to invest in, especially for families planning to stay a while. Next, let's cover one everyone likes to talk about: mortgage rates, and why they're such a big part of buying now versus buying later. One of the biggest questions I get is about interest rates. People hear about them all the time, but let's be honest, they can feel overwhelming, right? Here's the thing, understanding interest rates is so important when you're considering to buy a home. They may just seem like numbers, but they directly affect your monthly payment and how much home you can afford. For example, let's say you're looking at a $400,000 home. A small bump in the interest rate could mean hundreds more in your monthly payment. But if you lock in a low rate now, that could save you thousands over the life of the loan. Pretty wild, right? That's why we say in real estate, date the rate, marry the house. The idea is that buying a home is a long-term move, but your mortgage terms, like the interest rate, can always change later. I just helped a family with this exact thing. They were looking for their dream home, and when we found it, they were ready. We jumped on the rate when it dropped, and it will save them thousands over the interest of the loan. That is the power of being prepared. So here's my advice. Talk to a lender you trust and get pre-approved. This way, you know exactly what you can afford, and you can lock in the best rate when the time is right. Don't stress if you don't have someone in mind. I've got some awesome connections and would be happy to share. Now that we've tackled interest rates, let's talk about timing. Should you wait, or is now the right time to buy? Timing the market versus timing your life. One question I get often asked is, should I wait for the market to cool down before buying? And my answer is always, timing the market can be tricky. And obviously, I totally get why you'd want to buy when prices are lower. But the truth is, the perfect time often comes down to when it lines up with what's best for you and your family. Buying a home isn't just numbers. It's also about lifestyle. If your current home feels too crammed, if the kids need more room, or if you're tired of that long commute, those are all pretty big reasons to think about buying now instead of waiting for a market dip that, quite frankly, may never happen. I was working with a family who was hoping to find a great deal, but quickly realized that waiting wasn't doing them any favors. So instead of waiting and holding out for that perfect moment, they bought a home that really fit their needs. And now they're building equity and enjoying their new space. The thing is, you've got to ask yourself, does your current living situation match the lifestyle you want? If the answer is no, and you're financially ready to make the move, it might be the time to act, no matter where the market stands. Owning your own space gives you stability and control. Plus, you can always refinance if the rates drop in the future. All right, now that we've talked about timing, let's dive into Columbus's long-term investment potential and what that means for you. One of the things that really stands out to me about Columbus is how much it has to offer. It's not just a place to live, but a long-term investment. Our city is growing with young professionals, families, and major employers moving here, which keeps housing in demand. It's pretty cool to see how Columbus has remained steady through the ups and downs of the market over the years. When you buy here, you're not just buying a home. You're becoming part of a community that's only going to get stronger. That's why Columbus is considered such a good bet compared to some other more expensive markets. I've seen it firsthand. People who bought homes here 5, 10 years ago have watched their investments grow by choosing the right neighborhood and a place that really fits their needs. They've not only created a great home for themselves, but built a lot of equity along the way. The key is picking a neighborhood that not only works for your family, but your future. If you're not sure where to start or what fits your goals, I'm always happy to connect and help you figure it out. So, is now a good time to buy a house in Columbus? Honestly, it really depends on you, your family's needs, and your long-term goals. But with Columbus continuing to grow and having so many great neighborhoods to choose from, some of which I've highlighted in other videos, and all the family-friendly amenities, it's definitely a great place to call home. If you're thinking about buying and have some questions, I'd be more than happy to connect with you, as I'm here to help guide you through every step of the way. Whether that's finding the right place to call home or making sure it's a good investment, whenever you're ready, just reach out. I'm always here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.